to another vlog. I always struggle to think of what to say at the start of these vlogs, but I think that's a good staple to stick to. Anyway, we're gonna head to the gym soon, so I'm gonna show you a few things I'm taking today because I've actually got a couple of new BPR stuff. So, got 2 new things here. I've actually tried this before. I've had this for about a week now. The snow cone flavoured 1RM pre-workout. The only other flavour that I've had before was the blue raspberry, I think it was. That one was really nice. This one's probably not my favourite. I think I do prefer the other one, but this one does taste a little bit like kind of sugary powder, kind of like Jelly Babies, so definitely would recommend this one. So far I haven't had any flavour that I've drunk or eaten or anything like that from their bars and thought like, yeah, that tastes disgusting. Like all of their flavours so far I'm kind of liking, to be honest. And that brings me to this one, another new flavour here. This one's BCAAs though, so that's what's in here. I'm going to drink this throughout the workout and then probably a little bit after the workout too. I'll just sip on it throughout the day. But yeah, anyway, BCAAs are really useful if you're dieting in particular because your body's in a calorie deficit, meaning over time it's going to want to get rid of muscle and it's going to want to slow down your metabolism because obviously you're not eating as much as your body needs, hence why you're losing weight. So as well as obviously working out so that your muscles are getting used and not getting eaten away at, pretty much used as energy, this is also going to help speed up the recovery of your muscles and basically slow down the process of your muscles being used for energy, and your protein also. So you might already know, you might not, but when you're dieting, the greater you're in a calorie deficit, the more that your protein's going to go up. So usually someone will, if they're in a 100 calorie deficit, they'll drop like 20 grams of carbs or something, a little bit of fat, but you'll also have to raise up your protein slightly by like 5 grams each time you do something like that, which means the carbs will take an even more, although slight, hit. And yeah, you just need more protein because of the fact that your body's going to try to use that as energy. So BCAAs will help, it will protect your muscle basically, and it will slow down the process of that protein being used. So don't really need it when you're bulking, to be honest, but it's always good to have it there in case, and just drinking it throughout your workout and after your workout when your muscles kind of feel sore, particularly if maybe you finish your workout and you've got a couple of hours until you can actually eat again. It kind of reassures you that like none of that muscle is going to be broken down. Got that, and then with the pre-workout which is in here, I've already shown you, I've also got a creatine sachet that they sent me. BPR sent me this in the post, just a couple of sachets for me to try out. Each one of these has 4 grams of creatine, so I think one sachet of this is the exact same as 1 serving of the actual tub. So as far as I know, 1 tub gives you about 50 servings, which is more than enough for about a month. Probably lasts you about a month and a half. It's not like pre-workout where you sometimes might use 2, maybe 3 scoops. It's the kind of thing that you just need 1 scoop, same time every day, preferably between 3 and 5 grams of creatine, and there is 4 in this, so that's the perfect kind of middle ground for most people. So lime sherbet flavour is what I've got today, hence the massive change in the colour of this. So yeah, that's the new stuff that I got so far. I really want to get some actual creatine that I can take on a regular basis because I keep taking this kind of here and there, and you need to be taking it consistently to actually notice the strength gains in the gym and the recovery. So to the gym we go. Gonna show you some bench, where I am with that. I'll see you guys in the workout commentary in a minute. Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another workout commentary. I want to take you through my bench press mostly with this workout, but there's also a couple of other isolation movements that I did. So with my bench press, this seems to be something that I just can't get my strength up on, which to be honest used to bother me, but at the moment, because I'm kind of preparing for my competition by bulking first to then actually start my prep and cut down, I'm not so focused on strength and even maintaining strength when it comes to my cut. I mean, I will a little bit because obviously if you're losing strength, then that usually means that you're losing muscle, as well as the fact that your calories and your carbs specifically being lower. That's usually the cause of losing strength in most of your exercises, especially these big compound ones. But anyway, I found lately when I do my bench press, if I make a couple of little tweaks with certain things, it actually makes the biggest difference. So here's a few things that I've been trying and they've actually been helping me. So the first one's my foot placement. Before I would usually bring my feet very far back, arch my back, and I'd have the ball of my feet kind of pressing into the floor. This is typically referred to as like the correct form when it comes to leg drive on the bench press, but for me, I decided to keep the position of my feet in terms of as far back as I could, still underneath my quads, still arching my back, but I've actually decided to kind of widen my stance and actually push my heels into the floor, and that's helped me a lot with getting a few more reps out. But there's also a couple of other things that you guys might not notice actually does make a lot of difference. So the bar that I'm using here, this is kind of a really minor change that you can't really, it's kind of out of your control a lot of the time, depends on what kind of equipment your gym's got. But this bar here is smoother, you can tell it's like metallic kind of gunmetal grey, whereas all the other sort of silvery, like stainless steel coloured ones, they have a lot more bumpy grip, and I think they're just more fresh and more new, so you can actually feel the grip just digging into your palms. It actually makes my bench a few reps weaker, surprisingly enough. But anyway, the actual reps sets I was doing here, I did 4 working sets. First of all, warmed up with 10 other sides, so I worked it out, and that's about 40% of my 1 rep max. So obviously if your strength's different, then do it based on your 1 rep max. So my 1 rep max I haven't actually done for a while, but I think it's probably 85 kilograms. Don't know how many pounds that is, but 85 kg over here in the UK. So first of all, I usually warm up with the bar, but I think from now on I'm going to start by making my second warm up 40% of my 1 rep max, which was the 10 other side, which was in total 40, I think. Yeah, that'd be 40 kg there. And then after that I went up to 60, which I think is about 70% of my 1 rep max. After that I went on to my working set. So working sets were a bit funny. The first set I did 70 and was surprised I managed to get I think 9 reps there, maybe even 10, I kind of lost count. After that I went up to 80 and didn't do the best numbers, to be honest. I got 4 reps, and you can see that that last one was actually a grinder, and then tried another one with 80 again I think, and that time I only managed to get 3, and it was really difficult. And if you notice, something else other than the leg drive that I've been doing a lot differently is the tempo of my movements. So I actually almost drop the bar down to my chest, but just about stop it before it taps my chest. So it sounds dangerous, but you still have full control of the weight, but you're basically reducing the amount of tension that's on your muscle on the way down, so that when you actually reach the bottom you can just burst up and you can explode that weight up. And I've found that that's actually helped me a lot with my strength, because I think that my form's still not too bad. I'm still maintaining elbow placement, not flaring my elbows out or anything like that, no shoulder pain from it, and it's just helped me get a few more reps there. But as you can see with my working sets, it wasn't very consistent, because I did 70 with the last working set as well, and I think there I got 7 reps, and then I put the weight back, and I might have actually done a rest pause set there, resting for a few seconds, and then picking up that same weight again, just to kind of get a few more reps out there. Rambled on about the bench a bit too much and haven't really talked about this isolation work, but what we did was some internally rotated 1-arm cable extensions, really good for the lateral head because of that internal rotation. You imagine if you're doing the rope for cable extension, when you're doing both at the same time, you want to be twisting your wrist at the bottom there and almost internally rotating your shoulders slightly, and that's going to involve a lot more of the lateral head, and as that's something that I feel is the weakest area of my triceps, and I think it looks sick when it's well developed, that's something that I'm trying to bring out. Just like everything else, keeping the elbow in the right place. And then after that did 2 variations of this bicep curl, one with supinated grip, so palms up. Good way of remembering that, my brother actually told me this when I started training, is imagine that you're holding a bowl of soup. Sounds quite funny, but if you're holding a bowl of soup, you're obviously not going to hold it with your palms down because all the soup will come out. Same goes for something like cereal or any liquid or any food actually, but just soup is a good way to remember that. So yeah, supinated grip, palms just outside shoulder width for more short head of the inner side of the bicep activation. Actually supersetted that with the same bar again, but doing a pronated grip, so palms down facing the floor, having the thumb over the bar as well to put some more forearm work in there as well. If there's something that you want to bring out, then that's a good way of kind of indirectly hitting it, rather than just doing forearm curls, and keeping the grip slightly more narrow there for a bit more of the long head and the brachialis, which is on the outside of the bicep. So that's it for this workout commentary, guys. Hope any of what I said helped, and I hope I kind of caught you up with how my bench press is going. My strength still kind of sucks, but I'm still working on it. And also having a spot there to just pick up the weight helps a lot. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.